What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded, so I wanted to take a few minutes and give you a little update on where we're at and what kind of vehicles I've been getting and working on lately, and ongoing projects and plans for the future. So let me give you a little tour of the Nitro cave. All right, here's my latest pickup. This is pretty interesting. This is an old Nitro Stampede with I guess a Proline body that somebody just totally jacked up with a weird paint job. I don't know if I can salvage the paint on that, but we'll see. And then the truck itself is also pretty interesting. Whoever had this thing tried to make some kind of unique exhaust system with plumbing parts. It's very interesting. Like, there's some black pipe and he got some hose clamps, and there was an actual, like, the cheap plastic Traxxas exhaust here. But the problem is when you activate the suspension, you see it's bumping into the tire. So there's no way this could ever work. I've not got this thing started yet. It's got good compression, but I'm not getting any back pressure to get fuel into it, I think, because of the exhaust. So that's a project I'll work on at some point. I always wanted a Nitro Stampede. Some people say they're super tough. Other people say they're a little bit fragile. I think it's all just relative to how hard you bash and what your normal way of driving is. So I don't know how hard I'm going to go yet, because I know some parts are getting harder to find. Oh, and check this out. The battery the compartment, he mounted way up top here. I think it normally goes way down here. I don't really know, but I've never owned a Nitro Stampede before. I've owned several electric Stampedes, but I've kind of been trying to collect every single Traxxas Nitro except for the super old ones. And now that I have this, all I'm really lacking is the Nitro Fortec and technically the Nitro Slash. I probably won't get that because it's just a longer version of the Rustler, and the Slayer, which I might get at some point. So that's where we're at. And if you haven't noticed, I really enjoy painting RC bodies, even though I'm not super good at it. I just enjoy finding old ones that either never got painted or never got completely painted. So this is an interesting pickup that I got just today. It came in the mail. And yep, you guessed it. It's another Revo 2.5R body, not fully painted. You can see it still has transparent sections in it. People do the weirdest things to these bodies, man. Look at this one. It's got California Match, California Lottery. That's a pin that actually has like a metal thing through it. And it's got another one that's missing the clip. But it's got one on each side. And then it's got lime sorbet or sorbet. I don't know how to say that. Some kind of, I don't know what that is. And then a whole bunch of other decals, but it just looks weird. Like, what the heck? It's in pretty rough shape. There's a crack there that they tried to repair with some duct tape. It's a decent repair, but I'll probably paint this one somehow. I don't know what color, though. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know, because I collect these bodies. As you can see, I love these old bodies. I even have this cool green one that I got clear and painted it green, and it's super unique. And then I reinforced it with the E6000. So I was thinking, I'm trying to sell that one actually. So holler at me if you want that one. It's on eBay right now for, I think bidding starts at 50. But anyway, I want to make this one a unique color that's not available in the original factory colors. I was thinking maybe gold. Gold might be cool, but I'm open to suggestions. So holler at me. I also just painted this new Nitro Rustler Illusion body. It's another old body design from J Concepts that's pretty hard to find. Found one unpainted on eBay for a pretty good price, scooped it up. I've always wanted to do a pink and green, really bright, like in your face, neon fluorescent kind of finish. Really happy with how this one turned out. I'm probably gonna do dish wheels, the white dish wheels, and I might even dye them or paint them like to match the green or match the pink, or I might keep them white. I'm not sure yet. But really happy with how that turned out. I never do like a perfect paint job. I'm not like one of these guys that uses the sprayer. I forget what it's called, but the more precise way you can do painting, airbrushing, I think that's what it's called. And I don't go super crazy with it. I'm usually kind of in a hurry when I do it. So, and I'm gonna bash them. Rarely do I paint a body for a for a shelf queen. But so I don't put tons of effort into them, but it's still fun to try to make them look as nice as I can. And I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. I can't remember if I've shown you guys this, the Revo Platinum style I've got here. Really like this look, the look I finally got with this truck. It started as a used 3.3, and I got a platinum body for it because I wanted the truggy look. Got the white wing to match the white paint, and then I got these cheap racing style tires off of AliExpress. I think the whole tire set, including shipping, was like 39 bucks or something. So you really can't beat that. Unfortunately, the engine on this truck is having some issues. I took it out. Compression is still pretty good, but I've never been able to get it to idle. I tried different glow plugs. I tried replacing the fuel line, the fuel tank. I tried about everything you could think of. The exhaust as well. It will not idle. But the compression is good, so I don't think it's just lost compression. The last thing I'm going to try before I just replace it is the bearings. I got a set of bearings to put in it, so we'll see how that goes. But my little shop is a mess, as it always is. So just enjoying stuff. The Jado hasn't been out in a while. It's about its turn to get bashed again. Should be fun. I really like driving the Jado, even though it needs some upgrades. It really needs the 3.3 engine. It's still pretty quick on the 2.5, but you just can't beat the torque and the power of the 3.3, except for, with an OS 21 or something. But at any rate, my old Savage is still going strong. I hate even driving that thing because I just want it to stay beautiful and pristine like it is. But it's also really fun to drive, so I'm conflicted. Got the little Micro T up there. That's the old Micro T from like 20 years ago. I haven't driven the new ones yet, but they look pretty cool. And it's not a Nitro, but this is a cool project that I'm really excited about. So the name of this channel is SecondHand-RC, and you can kind of see why. I basically only buy used RC cars and then just gradually fix them up. And that's mostly because I don't have much of a budget for this kind of stuff. And this is like a rich man's hobby, but I'm a poor guy. So the Sledge, this thing is in really bad shape. Like, look at the chassis mounts for the motor. They are completely worn through. This used to be a blue chassis on the bottom, and now it's silver. I don't know if that's from wear or if he actually took off the blue. But at any rate, it needs a servo, it needs a chassis, it needs a motor, and it needs a receiver. And some of the hardware is starting to rust a little bit. But hear me out. I know it's in bad shape. Oh, it needs a wing, technically, and a wing mount. And the body's in really bad shape, too. So if you're looking at this, you're probably like, dude, you should have just bought a new one. Hear me out. The reason I bought this was because it cost me $50. $50 for a Sledge with some upgrades. And I don't drive electrics much. This is the only like new Traxxas I have, like as in fairly recently released. I mean, you can see I basically just have ancient Nitros, So I'm stoked, man. I got a chassis on the way from Jenny's RC, as well as a servo and a hardware kit and something else. I forget what, but all the parts except for one more 3S battery. I need a second 3S battery to get this thing running. And I'm thinking, I tested this ESC. I think it works fine. So we'll find out. If it doesn't, that'll make me sad because I have to get one of those too. But I'm just looking for basically a stock Sledge. I know people go crazy upgrading these things and make them even tougher, but this is going to be crazy compared to what I'm used to as far as torque and power and durability. So I'm going to just have fun with it and work on it gradually as I have the money and time to do so. I'm not really stressing over getting it running immediately or getting it running perfectly. Even the tires are super worn and cracking in some places, but the diffs and the drivetrain seem to be solid. So at least I've got that going for me. So anyway, I know my basement's always a mess. I'm never down here except for to work on these cars. I need to clean it, but it's also kind of like overflow storage for my entire family. So just ignore the mess. But anyway, that's my Sledge. I'm excited for that. And then I've got all the normal stuff that I enjoy running as much as I can. It's getting cold here. It was actually snowing this morning. So when it's real cold, I don't like to run nitros because it's just harder to keep them running and it's harder on the engine. But in East Tennessee, it doesn't stay super cold, super long. So I'm sure I'll be driving some this winter. Okay, well, thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any ideas for finishing the last coat of paint on this bizarre Revo body. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks.